just south of 3 minutes gone in this opening period. 2 halves there are in the Junior National Ball Hockey Championships. Knocked down and off the boards, cut off again by the goal scorer, Justin Ashford. Been all over the floor so far for Ontario. Sends it up on the right side to Fazio, cut off, sent back down the ice again, and that's going to be icing call. Seen a lot of that so far just to relieve some of that intense Ontario forecheck. Dave Foley alongside me. Always a pleasure to work with ICU Video Productions. Some of the finest handiwork in the Edmonton area you'll find. The Northern Alberta parts, and Dave Foley's, he's no stranger to working a little bit of camera. He knows his stuff, as is Rob Zitlau. Getting the online feed working for you today on YouTube. Beautiful weekend in the Alberta capital. Fantastic facility here, this West End Soccer Center. Left side pass in front. On the side of the net, a dipsy doodle move. Can't really get a hard shot away. It was Vita Finzi. Back to the point again. Again, that open half concept when they established the zone. They're able to come back out to center as soon as they establish the blue line. A glove-to-head pass, that'll be blown down for a whistle. It's Connor McKay who held that one down. So happy for you to join us today, wherever you're listening in from, Ontario, Saskatchewan, or maybe you're an aunt and uncle in BC or numerous parts all across Canada. Dave Dawson here, as I mentioned, and Rob Zitlau, ICU Video Productions. 1-0, Ontario does lead early on, and they've been the aggressors so far. They must have about a 7-1 shot advantage already, and there's yet another one that Mr. Brenner has had to be sharp as he hangs on to. Draw to the right side of Brenner. Lining up for it is McKay of Saskatchewan. He loses that. Side of the net, another shot. Vita Finzi. He's been a guy they've tried to feed on the side of the net as well. Back to the right side is Turchit. Hits a leg. Saskatchewan's going to have a chance to clear it. It's Dustin Coderre. Now through center, Vita Finzi again, establishes, shakes off a bump, takes a shot off of a leg, back to the point, shot over and out of play. The big windup there by number 4, Jordan Halsall. Saskatchewan's just got to weather the storm here. No pun intended. Okay, pun intended, I'm not going to lie. 13:57 left in the first. Again, 1-0, and early on scramble in front of the net that 4 or 5 chances was finally potted in by Justin Ashford, and that's where we stand. Again, Halsall trying to control it, rips it around for the cycle. He's got ball support down low. Good hard body position to battle for, looking for a backdoor, goes to the right point. Shot blocked, and it goes down the floor again. Fans from Saskatchewan calling for a penalty there, but to no avail, as this could be icing, and it will be, as the goaltender did not leave his crease, as we'll have the second chance for Team Saskatchewan to have a face-off in the offensive zone.
Well, I'm back on camera here.
Yeah, Rob, good to have you back, my man.
Yeah.
You're a busy guy.
Yes. Anyways, I think we got everything sorted out here, so yeah. It was a quick goal off the top there, I heard. And so it looks like Ontario's been dominating then so far? Yeah,
it's been all Ontario so far. That was kind of the game plan, I guess. Get the momentum and a big blocker under penalty call.
Yeah, it's boarding.
The 2-minute power play advantage, I believe. That'll be boarding indeed, Mr. Zitlau. Both these teams looking for a win. As you did mention, they're 0-1 going into the semifinals tomorrow. They'll have one game left before that. They'll want to, in the red division, the U-17 red division, lay the Ontario Storm, the Manitoba Grasshoppers, Team Saskatchewan, and Alberta Crude. On the white side, it's the West Coast Thunder, Edmonton Extreme, Newfoundland Masters selects, and the Saskatchewan selects. Rob, that's a tough division already. Quite some high scores put up on that side. Draw one by Ontario. Ashford again. Some aggressive play out there. At this level, Vita Finzi makes a move. Ooh, just avoided a high stick, and referee letting the guys battle on. So you do like to see at this level, let them fight it out. Long lead pass, nicely read by Saskatchewan forward, Coderre. looking for help. He's 1 on 5. Obviously, they're killing a penalty, so he's just going to dump it back down. Good seeing eye play there, jumping the route, as they would say in football. Pardon me, I do watch a lot of football. You might hear a few references of those in this broadcast. There's a few Saskatchewan fans in football too, I believe, from what I hear, and some Ontario faithful right beside us, waving the flags. Great to see fans come out and support their young ones.
Yeah, since we're so close to Saskatchewan, their fans travel very well. So
yeah, and for many years, Saskatchewan's greatest export has been their people. So a number of them do reside here in Alberta already. Very.
There's a few Rough Rider fans around.
1 or 2.
Yes, just 1 or 2.
One or two. There's a lot of happiness in Riderville these days. But hey, we're talking ball hockey today. We can talk football any other time. As the Storm try to, with a minute left in this player advantage, lead pass left side up there for Hall-Saul. Gets it in the zone. Saskatchewan defense has stepped up a little bit here to try and create some opportunities. That goes into the netting. Side of the net, shot again. Big save by Brenner. As that was Benji Webster. Benji the hunter, looking for a shot on net there. And right into the breadbasket of Mr. Brenner, who's been a busy boy in this first half.
Oh, they're doing a selfie crowd here. If she moves out of the way,
yeah,
she's going to be in her shots.
A lot of great support there from the family. 42 seconds left in the power play. It looks like a part of me it's going to be a 4-on-4 here for 42 seconds, and Saskatchewan's going to have a player advantage. Into the zone comes DeRoche. Off of the boards. Tries to pass it to himself, looking for someone to go back door. There's nobody there, so instead he'll throw it at the net. Obviously he's going to jump his post. Now Banks over the blue line, way wide. Looking for hopefully a deflection or a rebound. Picked up on it, in behind. 15 seconds away from a power play for Saskatchewan. All the way back down the floor. They're going to retrieve, and he'll likely wait there until his player comes out of the box, but he's being heavily pursued by Sam Brewer. Being bumped a little bit too. But now it's a power play for Saskatchewan. Backhand pass up there. Now on the attack. McKay walks in, shot deflected. McKay's stat line for the Caesar tournament so far is 4 penalty minutes. 2 yesterday, 2 today. The captain, right across, shot just barely wide. Colton Adair sent that across, and oh boy, did Underwood get all of that. Just missed the net. Right wing pass, Adair. Try to establish the zone. Ontario won't let him. Well, it looked like they did establish, pardon me. 35 seconds left in the power play. The dump in shot. Off the leg and wide. Bumped into the corner and sent all the way down to relieve some pressure. 24 seconds left. Just under 10 and a half left in this first half. Saskatchewan will dump it down. They have yet to score a goal in this tournament. And 100% of the shots you take from center generally don't go in, Rob Zetlau. However, we have seen that happen from time to time.
Yeah, some of these kids can shoot. As a former coach, I would say sometimes it's better to take a little bit off the shot and get it on net rather than a big boomer that misses on net.
That is true. 12 seconds left in the player advantage. Likely win the draw and get a quick shot here from the point or force it towards the net. That's where they went, and going to be a high sticking call against McKay. That'll be 4 minutes. He's not the guy that you want off of the floor. He's been one of the aggressors so far in this game, and he is not happy. He's probably saying a few friendly things to the referee, like, hey, you want to have a smoothie after, or we can probably go and watch some football later on tonight, or we can take a drive down the White Mud. Probably not. Nonetheless, 4-on-4 again here. Referees were letting them play for a while. The high sticking's one of those penalties in ball hockey. You got to call it.
Yeah, any sort of stick infraction, even a slash, sometimes they'll give them 4 minutes. So.
And 3 of those will get you out of the game. Lead pass off of a stick. Now it's a 3 minute and 45 second power play for Ontario. Right in front of it, scores! Benji Webster, roof daddy. 2-0 for Ontario. Call out on a power play goal. Broken play from the side of the net, came right to Webster in front. Made no mistake, put it over top of Brenner, who went down early. And Benji Webster has put Ontario up 2-0. His first goal of the tournament. And second point, he got an assist yesterday.
Yeah, when you're 4 or 5 feet out in the slot like that, more times than not, that ball's going to the back of the net.
You will notice that the whole 4-minute power play did get knocked off on that goal. So quite often you will see in hockey that. So 1 for 1.
Because of this is
Oh, goaltender.
a lot of the kids here, if they don't realize that you have to shoot the ball right along the boards, it's going to bounce out right in the slot.
And you did notice a battle in the corner there with Matthew Kahn left his net, and a little bit of jousting with one of the opposing players of Saskatchewan. 2-0 here in the Junior Canadian National Ball Hockey Championships. Ontario, right from the opening draw, has been the aggressor. Saskatchewan really had some difficulty. Carrier fakes it. In there, defeated. Fancy shot, safe rebound. Side of the net. Can't get on it again. This punt, and Saskatchewan right now are weathering the storm. It is a January afternoon in Regina right now. From the province to the middle of the country. How many more puns can I throw in there?
Ontario, from for where these kids are, there'd be a huge.
Fantastic hockey play. This one, but right now, head coach Steve Adair needs to find a way to create some offense here.
And in ball hockey, you get one time up per half.
All right.
So you get 2. So that's why the last game actually we saw timeout. Each team use it in the first half because you're not going to be able to. Well, you still get a second one in the second half. So it's not like hockey where you only get the one.
Sure. To the advantage to calm some of the nerves down there, and as we did mention, Saskatchewan has yet to score a goal in this tournament, and they've had some chances there, and Matthew Kahn's been able to make a couple of good saves, but so far, Mr. Sam, excuse me, the goaltender for Saskatchewan, Mr. Sam Brenner, has been the star of the game. He's probably already faced near 20 shots, 25 shots on goal in this opening, 7.5 minutes. 9, 10, 9.5 minutes. So I'm in play-by-play. I'm not a math guy.
No, good thing. So.
Ontario, the aggressors again. Pass off the head. Took a weird bounce and went off of the noggin of Joe DeRoche. It's Reese Thibault behind. Keeps it. Ditches it off to Deku. Caught the edge of his stick, and it's going to be a delayed offside call. Captain, not a big fan of that call, Mr. Colton Adair, but a big smile on his face, and they'll reset here. Deku, Adair, out there with Gunther, I believe. No, pardon me, that's, yeah, that looks like that's Gunther on the left wing side.
I really like the look of both these uniforms. Those are sharp-looking uniforms on both sides.
It's a great thing that Guy has played a little bit of ball hockey in my life, myself, that teams do put a little bit of pride into the jersey designs and really do appreciate the mindset. I'm more of a fan of the Saskatchewan jerseys, I'm not going to lie. I do really like that, but the Ontario does have character to it.
Yep.
Saskatchewan's got some of that professional hockey look. Deku, nice move. In along, Deku, shot. Caught on the top of his crease. Pardon me, it's Adair, not Deku. Takes a shot and right into the crease of the red basket of Kahn. Adair's had a couple of good chances, but Kahn right at the top of his crease. They got to do a better job picking corners. I think more than anything, it's that wide-eyed feeling of, whoa, hey, I'm right in the crease. What am I going to do with it? They end up putting it right in the breadbasket. So Maybe he didn't realize he had a little more time there. Next time, I know a player of his caliber likely think a little bit longer and where he's going to put that ball. Draw one by Ontario. More pressure by Saskatchewan, but no sustained pressure as the Storm are fiercely out the other way. Fake shot from the point. Nice job maintaining his ground as Coder. 3-on-2. Coder from the side shot. Rebound! And Kahn has those pads that are made of wet sponge. As soon as the ball hits it, poof, right onto the ground in front of him.
I'll say this: both goalies are on the short side, but you saw that he came out and cut down the angle there. And as a shorter goalie, that's what you're going to have to do. If you're sitting back in the net, you can get caught a lot.
Kahn looks like he's got 2 or 3 inches on Brenner, but both of those boys, well, the reason why they're in the national level, right? With their how skilled they are, but yeah, you are right. A smaller goaltender needs to be able to cut off the angle, and maybe a possibility of trying to wait the goaltender out and try and get him moving and then be able to put it around him.
Yeah, basically a smaller goalie, you have to appear bigger than you are. So, and if you're sitting back in the net, you're going to look small, and if you come out and cut down the angle, you look a little bit bigger.
6:51 left in the first half. 2-0. The Ontario Storm do lead Team Saskatchewan. Game number 19 of the Junior Canadian National Ball Hockey Championships. Dave Dawson, Rob Zitlau from ICU Video Productions. Dave Foley's been on hand here as well. We're here all weekend. We're watching online on YouTube, and I'll be calling the next couple of games in a row. So we'll be hanging out till about 5 o'clock. You can send me a burger if you want. I'll probably get hungry about 3:30. I'm a big ogre, so I eat a lot. Draw just to the outside of Brenner, inside of the zone. Ontario will bring it right back in. Benji Webster tries to go back to the point. He does. Pink tape on the stick there. Play-by-play guy loves that, is able to differentiate players from the others. Good job there by Webster. Can't get it back to his defender as Kahn comes all the way out of his zone, out of his crease, and more Saskatchewan pressure. Like we're going to have a penalty call, slashing call. Mr. Zitlau, will that be 2 or 4? It's trivia time.
It depends, but I think it's going to go 2,
Probably
but it might
2?
be. If it's a stick infraction, usually it's 4, so
yeah.
We'll see what pops up here in a second.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Great opportunity.
I think the only stick infraction is not 4 minutes is when you high stick it with the ball.
Sure.
That is 2 minutes.
Need not advertise how important of a power play this is for the men in green, gold, and black. 6:09 left in the first half. Yet to score a goal in this tournament. Left side, it's Connor McKay. Looking to set something up here. Adair is at the just inside the top of the crease on the slot. Trying to feed it to Adair. Fans are yelling for him to get it to the point. I know Don Cherry, if he's watching this game, would be telling him to feed it to the point. Right? Don Cherry, if you're watching this game, hi Don Cherry. Right in front. Back to the point, Underwood waits. Sends it across, looking for the one-timer. Underwood off the leg and into the corner. Oh, and a huge bump into the corner. Play goes on. Tebow fakes it. Down low, a tripping call. We're going to have a 2-player advantage coming up here. Underwood shot, fans on it. I don't know why he just doesn't give it to Ontario right now and get the longer player advantage. Always curious about that, Rob. I never really understood that. Tebow's shot over top of the net. It's on the back, and now Ontario touches it. With 2:51 left, it'll be a 5-on-3.
I think it's going to be a cross check because I saw it was, as cross checks go, that was a nice one.
I never really do understand that, though. If you're in a long power play and you get a chance at a 5-on-3, why don't you just give it to the other team right away? I never really understand that. But
oh, they're calling interference, but same
cross-check
result.
interference, either one?
Yep. but I saw somebody go down pretty heavily with a stick in the back of his jersey there. So
did hear the thud too.
Yep.
Banks, Gunther, Barker. Looks like that's Coderre on the left side and Dare on the left point. Ontario is going to send out Ashford, the first goal scorer at center. Backside looks like, can't see that number. What's the downside about these jerseys, Rob, if you ask me that question? James Carrero. That harder to see the numbers in those Ontario jerseys, but I do like the design. There we go, that's Patrick Mahoney. Right now he's 1-on-3, able to stick handle right through, but can't get it out. He'll want that one again after all that hard work. Barker, backhand pass, return to Barker. They got to be a little quicker with that because they might get a 3-on-5 breakaway. Barker, and Dare shot, scores! Look at that, Selly says thank you very much. Team Saskatchewan has scored their first goal of the tournament. And this one's on the power play.
Yeah, they needed that badly. I think it took them
13-25.
So 36 minutes the first game and
49-25.
So yeah, almost 50 minutes before they get their first goal in this tournament. So yeah, I think that's a monkey off the proverbial back here.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what happens going forward here.
The captain Adair has been right there in a lot of chances so far for Saskatchewan. We're gonna just have a question about the player in the penalty box. Some chat in there with the coaching staff. The Ontario head coach is Alex Vitafinzi. His son has looked pretty good today too. Like father, like son.
Yeah, you see that, of course, a lot in ball hockey, ice hockey, any sport where head coach usually has a son on the team.
Team Saskatchewan cut it in half. Now 2:23 left in the power play. 4:30 left in the first half. They got a chance to tie it right up here again. Did Adair blow that one by Con, blocker side. Here he is again, Adair fakes it to Barker, fakes it again. Barker waits for a player to set up, goes cross crease, right in the slot. Gunther can't get a shot away. The defender there to break it up. Great job by Vitafinzi, who's been all over the floor as we just spoke about him, and Con able to gobble that one up.
Yeah, it's too bad. If he would have got that cleanly with a one-timer, he could have maybe had a good shot on net there, but he mishandled the ball, and that's why he didn't get a very good shot on net.
Did it appear to me more than anything, Rob? Maybe he was surprised that the ball got through to him, right on the heel of his stick. I don't think he expected to get that as McKay lines up for the draw. Miles on his right side. Ashford on his left, pardon me. That's Deku on his left. Underwood now. Looking for the cross crease pass or the seam cross zone pass. $1.45 left in the power play. Right, left point. Hot. Left point again. Adair was going to not give Adair any. To Adair. What a shot! What a
winger on the, again back when the right-handed shot, he was on the left. So you were not known for your hands. The Ryan Smith of ball hockey then? Is it?
That one. If I'm Adair, right across.
Saskatchewan made him pay.
Minutes to show up. Power play. 14 seconds in, Ontario took a lead, then 8:09. Then it's been 2 Saskatchewan goals in the last 2:25, and they've been all the aggressors. They couldn't even get the ball to their zone for the first 4 minutes. And now they can't keep it off their stick. Oh boy, we're in for a doozy today. Don't go anywhere. Put off your errands for the afternoon. Or if you're Ontario, it's already getting close to the evening. Pass across and not able to hang on to it is Webster. Battling for its career shot. Fatigues. 1:15 left in this first half. Get a brief break in between.
Yeah, 5 minutes for the Nationals. If it was a regular season game, basically they go about a minute or two. So 5 minutes is a good little break for the boys in between halves.
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to appreciate that break. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping. And around the boards. Ontario now a chance to get ahead before we head to the second half. And that's always, in any sport, you get ahead a little bit. Momentum, more than anything. I'd say Saskatchewan has all the momentum right now. Ontario's back in their heels, but as it does happen in the national level, these are all national caliber players. You give them a chance and an opportunity to come back, like I just said 6 minutes ago. Even though Ontario was all over them, Saskatchewan was good enough to battle and get back in the game. And here we are. It's tied at 2. We're now south of a minute to go in this first half. Gunther's going to send it down the ice and likely going to see a little bit of that just to slow the momentum down. It's been a pretty high speed last 4 or 5 minutes in this game. With the West End Soccer Center in Edmonton, 106A Ave and about 170th Street or so. Feel free if you're watching on a smartphone in the area, you want to come down and check it out. Good caliber ball hockey. Well, if you're new to the town, that probably doesn't mean anything to you until you punch that in the GPS. Pass in front and kept into the zone. Oh, nice little toe drag move there by Mr. Adair. Able to get it out. Good second effort, as they would say. Cut off and a chance. Good back check by Jack Turchett. Puts it off of the netting. And the netting is in play, I imagine, here, unless it goes over top.
Yeah, over top of the yellow rope there.
And outside in there, that would be out of play as well, which is new. And to maybe some fans of purist hockey who don't watch a lot of ball hockey, and I guess if you're watching this, you probably do watch a lot of ball hockey, but the netting is in play. 19.8 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, again, because we're playing in an indoor soccer facility, the pluses are there are 4 fields, and so you can have 3 or 4 games going on at the same time, but it's different than a hockey rink, that's for sure.
Which there already are, quite a few games, U-15 and U-19 also in this tournament, as Mr. Kahn is able to hang on for probably one last face-off, I would guess, before the end of this first half. I'll be doing the next couple of games in a row here, right through the rest of the afternoon, and joining you tomorrow morning. Gold medal games will be on Sunday morning. Mr. Corey Graham will be stepping in to call those ones. Big fan of that. Doesn't matter if your team's in it or not. I think you should be listening to that game. Corey Graham, the voice of the Edmonton Oil Kings, and one stand-up young man. For the first half of play, tied at 2. Quick scoring summary here. Ontario gets on board. Mr. Ashford at 14 seconds in, then a power play goal by Benji Webster at 8:09. Team Saskatchewan comes right back on a power play of their own, Mr. Adair. And then choose your own adventure, power play goal. Not quite sure who scored, but I know Adair got the assist at 15:30. Shots are a lot for Saskatchewan and a lot for Ontario. We'll take a short break and be back for the second period of play in the Junior National Canadian Ball Hockey Championships. Welcome back for the second half of the Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships at the West End Soccer Centre in the Alberta capital, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. 2-2. It is the Ontario Storm tied up with, Team Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan and Ontario, both of these teams 0-1 coming into this contest. They both play tomorrow morning, and tomorrow afternoon is when the semifinals do begin. Ontario Storm gets Manitoba Grasshoppers, and Team Saskatchewan will get the Alberta Crude. Left to right go Ontario Storm. And the contest between who has the nicer jerseys, Rob Zitlau and I from ICU Video Productions are still in a debate over that. Hopefully have an answer for you by the end of this broadcast. Dave Dawson here with you.
I'll be impartial and say both are good.
All right, that's a good political way to go. I like that. McKay has it through center. Coder back to McKay. Walks in, waiting. Nice stick work there by Patrick Mahoney. Can't get it out of the zone though. Did hear that Coder was the second goal scorer on the power play. That's why we're at 2-2 here. 2-on-1 opportunity for Ontario. Pass across. Thought I heard a whistle there for a second. There's 4 facilities here, so the whistles do get crossed up. Oh, and there's a tripping call coming. Team Saskatchewan will go right back to the power play. They are 2 for 3 today. Boy, did they ever make good on their last 2 opportunities. So they'll entering at number 4 here.
This is exactly what Ontario didn't want because Saskatchewan's had the momentum for about the last 6 or 7 minutes. Now they're going to get a power play, and no, this as a coach on bench for Ontario, hopefully they can kill this off because right now it's all going one way and it's going towards the Ontario net.
Alex Vitafinzi trying to encourage the ref, and maybe that was embellished when he went down, but nonetheless, it is only going to be a 2-minute power play for Saskatchewan. You hear a lot of fans right beside us getting into this contest, and the dump in is a weak one. And it comes back out through the middle. Underwood back to get it. No relation to Carrie Underwood from what I understand. Thibault on his left side. Adair on the right. Underwood's going to keep it. He's going to dump it in. Opposite corner. Back there to retrieve and battle forward is Jackson. Up on the play. Thibault shot goes over top. Side of the net, and another delayed penalty call coming. That's another one to Ontario. A hooking call. Team Saskatchewan, their second 5-on-3 opportunity of this game. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, Rob. Nonetheless, you call the penalties when you see them, right?
Yeah, I couldn't. It wasn't that obvious to me. I mean, the referee is closer to them where we are, but yeah. Actually, that whole play started. If you at the blue line, they had all 4 guys lined up by Ontario, and it was an alley-oop pass into the corner, and Saskatchewan got there first, and they got the ball. So that was a great play. That's the only way you can kind of beat that is you got to kind of dump and chase, and Saskatchewan got the ball first there.
Get your feet moving. It's the best way to avoid all compromising situations. McKay, one-timer, pad save by Kahn. Underwood gets it again, a left-hand shot on the right side. You do see a lot of these offhand players. Look for the one-timers.
Yep.
Good advantage in ball hockey, as Rob did allude to that in the first period. Another one-timer! Saved by Kahn. Adair on the side trying to deflect. We saw Adair in the high slot in the last series. McKay winds up. Blocker saved by Kahn again. Ontario can't clear. 42 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Thibault waiting. Right side Underwood. Down low Adair. Pass in front, and it goes over the stick and into the corner. 25 seconds left in the 5-on-3. McKay behind. Right point. Looking for the one-timer. Adair instead cradles it. Big shot, Underwood shot low on save, rebound. Ontario players taking exception to that, but the player of Saskatchewan, McKay, was arguing that that ball was loose. Is he going to get a penalty for that?
I think I saw a slashing call.
He is going to get a slashing call for that, but I mean, to to Tebow's defense, if the referee doesn't blow the whistle, he's hacking away at it to knock it loose. So I guess either way you look at it, that negates the power play advantage. I guess to get that sorted out, I believe it'll be a 5-on-4 here.
Yeah, that's tough to take.
Seconds.
When you've got a 5-on-3, you can't be taking any kind of penalty. And now we'll see what happens with Ontario.
Well, I think we'll chalk that one up to an adrenaline penalty, as we'll have 4-on-3 right now. That's how they're going to sort it out. The player comes out of the box, they'll do 4-on-4. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. Adair goes back to pick it up. Clock is ticking away, and now we're officially on 4-on-4 hockey. Coder trying to go off of the boards and towards, but some support from Ontario, because they're going to send it all the way down. Adair's going to try and slow it there. 2-2 it is. Game number 19 of the Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships. Dave Dawson and Rob Zitlow, ICU Video Productions. 2-on-2 Adair, trying to walk through everybody. Instead, it gets turned over. Brian Hafer can't bring it. So now Adair gets it again. Walking around goes Adair, passing it across. Can't settle it down as Coder on his backhand, and now it's a power play for Ontario for 3 minutes. And they're just happily Saskatchewan. Coder is going to try and kill the clock in the corner. He was arguing for a penalty call, a holding one, but to no avail. So Ontario now sets up with 2:40 left in their advantage. Carriere thinks about it, puts it up, right side of the net towards, and a nice back check by Underwood. He got some encouragement from the faithful here, as Porter couldn't put one on. Porter now to Carriere. Wides up, shot, scores! Carriere takes Ontario off of their derriere and into the lead again. Looked like Brenner didn't see that shot. Low blocker.
Did they go straight in, or was it deflected?
I don't know if it was deflected or not, but it looked like it was about 12 inches off the floor, low blocker, and that's
there was at least a couple people in front there, so he might have been screened, but that was a great shot.
Absolutely. Huge one-timer. They had that one telegraphed the whole way. At the 4:13 marker of the second half. 3-2 Ontario leads. Back and forth hockey we have. Pass in front. Patrol there nicely. Another one takes a shot off the stick over the net. Now Ontario, the aggressors again. To the point. Wides up off the leg, and it went wide. That found its way to the goal crease somehow. Gustafson trying to tap it over to Miles. A couple of players haven't seen a whole lot of floor today. Now they'll get right back off. Turchett back there to pick it up. Gonna head man. 5 minutes gone in the second half. It's 3-2 Ontario. There's a 4-on-4 goal. Only seen one even strength goal so far in this hockey game. Guess you can call 4-on-4 even strength, but it's more a asterisk beside it than anything else. It's a 4-on-4 goal. Vida Finzi now. In the slot shot. What a save on the rebound. Brenner on his back. Able to hang on and keep this a 3-2 game. Nervous moments for Saskatchewan.
Wow, that was a great pass, and it was barely on his stick, and it was on the net. And yeah, that's how you do a one-timer there. It was on and off his stick in a hurry.
Especially when you're in the goal crease, you're in the slot. You don't want to hold on to that one longer than half a second. You get rid of it quick. Especially when you're a lot of defenders around you. Fazio had it cocked ready for a one-timer. They couldn't get him the ball right off of the draw. Ripped around the boards. Fazio's going to cut it. Pardon me, that's Fazio's going to cut it off, but Saskatchewan will get it out. Opposite corner, Deku in chase with Mahoney. 3-2 Ontario leads, 12-17. Left in the second half. Zacharias in a foot chase with Fazio. Zacharias gets there first and still has it. Bad pass out of his own zone. Fazio on the side. Can't get a shot away. Right in front again. Scores! Team Ontario. Desrochers makes it 4-2. And oh boy, you hate to lay that on someone's shoulders, but you're going to clear it out of your zone. Zacharias is going to sit at the opposite end from his coach when he gets to the bench. I'll say that much.
Again, when I was coaching the defense, and our rule of thumb is nothing up the middle. And unfortunately, that's where the ball was, right up the middle.
Always happens that way, doesn't it, as a coach? Yep. Ontario, couple of quick goals. Back out in front again. Desrochers on a bad giveaway, able to capitalize. Here we go. Nothing new for Saskatchewan down by 2. We know they can come back from this, but they got to get some more momentum again. This looks like the Saskatchewan team from the first 5 minutes of the game. Got to weather the storm. That's pun number 4, I believe, of this broadcast. I'm pretty proud of that. 11:51 left in the second half. Bechelou, haven't seen a lot of this young man on the floor. Battling forward. Gonna kill some clock, I'm not sure why. You're down by 2. Slowing it down more than anything to try and change the momentum, I imagine. And a high stick. No, it's a slashing call. Ontario right back in the box again. Team Saskatchewan's 5th power play of the day.
Yeah, you know that the referees are looking for any kind of stick on body, and so sometimes kids just won't listen, or they won't. They always forget, and here we go.
In the grander scheme of things, I'm okay. Your stick is a weapon. You use that to hit somebody. You can use your body, you can use your legs, you can use your brain. Stick's a weapon. So slash a guy, go to the box. I'm okay with that. 11:30 left in this second half, and Saskatchewan is a 4-minute power play. This is where they got on board, and this is where they tied it. So let's see what they can do. Scores! There you go. There's one. Deku. Just like that. 6:40, 7:40, I believe. Rob, I got to do math here. That's 6:40. Less than a minute after Ontario did score, Deku comes back.
So now we'll see if Saskatchewan keeps up the momentum going, or if Ontario can get it back, because it's been swinging back and forth here for the last few minutes here.
I'm the kind of guy that likes to work in literals and absolutes. And I'm just going to throw this out there for you, Rob Zitlau from ICU Video Productions. Don't put Saskatchewan on the power play if you're Ontario.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yes.
Don't put Saskatchewan on the power play if you're Ontario.
I would agree with you. If that's the only thing I agree with you today, I'll agree with you on that one. So.
That's usually a pretty common thing, that I'm usually on my own island. But hey, that's okay. It's all right. Side of the net. Trying to get the seam pass, and Gunther, pardon me, that's Webster again. Couldn't pot that one in. He's already got one today. He had the second goal for Ontario. Wrap around! Brenner with the pad down again. I love to see with the shot. Another giveaway. Shot! Saved by Brenner. Vita Finzi looking blocker again. Rob, they keep picking that blocker side. Do they on Brenner? Clearing pass. Oh, that's almost a too many men on the ice. Nope. Play goes on. Vita Finzi establishes the zone and turns around. He's got to chase after it. He's back to his post, though, to retreat. Advancing, it's Hall-Saul, his partner. Over the blue line. Shot! Scores! Are you kidding me? Woo! Webster. Did he let that one rip? Back up by 2 is Ontario.
Yeah, so what happened there is he used the defenseman as a screen, and just a tremendous shot. Top right-hand corner. I don't think the Saskatchewan goalie maybe didn't pick it up till last second there, but that was a heck of a shot.
Dare I make the Alex Ovechkin comparison to that on the release and using the defender? I know He is wearing number 8, and Ovi is known to do those kinds of things. Webster piling up the points in this tournament, 5-3. But hey, that's no insurmountable lead, as we've already seen in this hockey game. What a treat it is to watch these teams play today.
Yeah, in ball hockey, as you can see, that 5-3, this could end up being 8-7. It just depends. There's some games where it's very defensive minding, but this is not one of them, so who knows where the final score could be.
These kids know how to pick corners, the U-17s. Every level, every team in this tournament can. It's fun to watch those kids score. I like good defense, Rob, but I'm a purist. I like goals.
Oh, yes.
Goals are fun to watch. And there's a bad clearing attempt, but able to recover. Ontario is. Advance it out of the zone. Backhander dumped into the corner. Back to get it there. It's Bechalou again. Miles on it. Thibault as well. Clearing attempt knocked down by Thibault. He's found himself battling in the corner quite often. It's kind of his office back there this afternoon. Jack Turchett can't get it out. Adair winds up. Shot doesn't get to the net. Some open floor is Adair again. Looking for help. Nobody to support him. Cut off. Thibault, a low shot. Deflected into the corner by Kahn, and we'll have a face-off.
Well, there was 3 or 4 giveaways now by Ontario. First one was defenseman tried to alley-oop it, didn't get it high in the air, got knocked down, and then there's a couple of passes again right up the slot, and I'd be pulling my hair out on the bench if it was one of my defensemen trying to throw it up the middle like that.
Kahn making some cosmetic repairs. Excuse me, Rob. Yeah, if you're trying to hold on to a 5-3 lead, with a whole lot of hockey game left, throwing it up the middle is not going to be the way to do it.
No.
Throwing it up the middle that way is okay if you're going to clear pressure, but that's the middle of the floor, not the middle of your zone. Nice play there by, well, that's Underwood, trying to keep it down low. Working in behind for a wraparound is Jackson. Instead, he's going to look back to the right point. That's Glaubitz. Battling for position. Doesn't know where the ball is. Adair's got it. No. Sends it across over there to Jackson. Waits for it. Waits for it. Sends it across. Nice stick to knock it down. He's Underwood. He's had a great game today. Saskatchewan trying to get it out and create some offense here while Ontario trying to put in the dagger. Glaubitz shot. Long way to the net. That was going wide anyway, but Brenner knocked it down. All the way down the floor, Ginther in a foot chase. Glaubitz there too. Ginther blows a tire. Glaubitz is going to wade. Sends it up the floor. Barker trying to backhand it out. Now comes Ontario. Halsall in behind looking for a centering pass. Saved by Brenner. The one-timer on the side. Trying to get Brenner moving off of the post, and Jared Jackson not able to bury it short side as Brenner makes yet another save. That's probably 61 or something today. I don't know.
He bailed out his one defenseman. His defenseman was standing either that was his guy behind the net or the guy that took the shot. So if you're just standing around looking, you're useless out there. So he bailed out his one defenseman there, that's for sure. Try
to the right side of Brenner. 7:24 left in this game. 5-3 Ontario does lead. It's been a power play festival today. 4 power play goals in this contest. Saskatchewan's got 3. And they're on the attack again. Goes McKay to Cordair. Shot side of the net. Save. Looking for the centering pass to Cordair again. Ontario's going to bring it out. Vita Finzi down the right wing side has got a guy going towards the net. Clark able there to get a stick in the passing lane and knock that one down. 6:50 left in this contest.
If I was coaching Ontario, if I was a defenseman, I'd hit the red line and dump it in and let do the forwards do some forechecking and see if Saskatchewan can take it all the way back.
I'm not going. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say that force them to bring the ball as far a good 200 feet towards the other net. So make them work.
Absolutely. I'm not going to lie too, though. I think if I'm Ontario, it looks like Brenner's had some problems with those long point shots, blocker side. A couple of them have gone in already. Why not fire them? Whoa, that's a dangerous play. And thankfully, for the safety of that young man, he's able to get back to his feet and not go head first into the boards. Did Thiessen Barker, the man with 2 last names.
Well, having said that, there were some times where Ontario had some big point shots and they were blocked. So there again, I always tell my defensemen, if you think you can get it through, shoot it. But if it's going to get blocked, that's worse. So then I'd rather
the other way on a 2-on-1.
Yeah, make the safe play, put it behind the net, get your center and your forwards to go get it back.
All right. Not only does he run camera for almost every sporting organization in the Edmonton area, he also knows a thing or two about coaching. That's what I like about this guy. 6:21 left in this game. 5-3 we go. Ontario in and around the boards. Bad bounce on the side. Nobody wants it. Now cleared out of the zone by Gustafsson. Back there to pick it up is Carriero. Zacharias. He was the unfortunate man who gave the ball away for the 5th and deciding goal right now. Not able to get it into the crease there for Saskatchewan opportunity. Ontario's out. It's 1-on-2. A lot of plays between the blue lines right now as nobody wants to make that big mistake to either put the deck. Gloves it again. Ontario, a lot of open. Down the floor goes.
A little bit of thing, and then they'll
Sure.
figure out, was that an actual or is that just now that I think they can hand out I guess unsportsmanlike for diving. So
off of the boards goes Ontario, and a 2-on-1 down the right wing side is Halsall trying to pass it through, can't get there. Now a 2-on-2. Oh, what's 91 Mahoney doing? All alone, is it there? Oh, he just barely missed the net. Another chance. Sprawling in front, balls in the crease, can't get it there. Still not sure what Mahoney's doing on a 2-on-2. Jumped up on the play. Reminiscent of Chris Phillips in the 2006 playoffs. In Ottawa, New Jersey, I believe that was. Anyway, jumped up on the play and causing a 2-on-1 goal that eventually led to Stanley Cup winning goal. Please don't quote me on that. I'm just got a whole bunch of details in my brain I'm rolling through, but it was, I still don't understand the idea behind 2-on-2. You jump up on the play and you give the team a 2-on-1. Nonetheless, for Ontario's sake, able to survive that play. I know that was Chris Phillips. Rob, this is going to bug me. I'd have to go back and look at that highlight.
I'm not a big Ottawa fan.
It's okay. I think it was Ottawa, New Jersey, actually. Anyway, beside the point. 3:22 left in this game. 5-3 Ontario. Left wing pass ahead. 2-on-1 chance here for the Storm. Time is ticking away for Saskatchewan, and that's a bump from behind. Play does go on. Fans in green here are going green with the inability for their team to go on another power play. They feel a couple of the calls here aren't going their favors. Long lead pass, cut off again. Right side, big shot Ashford off the leg into the corner. Team Saskatchewan doesn't win this game, that pretty much eliminates them from any semifinal possibility. It's going to take a whole lot of math to get them in there. Right on below us, you can tell 5-6 players battling for it. Pretty intense. McKay, Coder in there. Webster on the floor. He's got 2 goals today. And he loses it to McKay. Barker's going to dump it in. Gone off a line change. McKay after it. Tries to get it around on the boards. Can't. Lead pass, right wing side. Not able to catch up is Turchett. That goes all the way down the floor for icing.
Another coaching tip here.
There goes a timeout.
We got a timeout. That one play there, Saskatchewan had the ball, and he tried to pass it to his other player near center. And I always tell a lot of the players that I coached with that use the boards, like bounce it off the boards. The boards are your friend. And a lot of times guys will try to pass it where it's either got to be up in the air or else, but using the boards. And so a lot of times I'd always tell my defensemen or my forwards, like, even if you're one-on-one with a guy, bounce it off the boards, run by him, and then see if he can keep up with you. So I even when I played, I used the boards a lot.
Rather than try and make that pretty seam pass.
Yep.
Happens in the pros, right? And that's, people watch that and go, oh, I can do that. But
yep.
Nonetheless.
Sometimes the easiest play are the ones where go, well, I want to make the pretty play. And sometimes it's the easiest play that's the one that, and so that, again, drives coaches nuts. It's like, well, if you would have done the easiest play, it would have worked. And he said, well, I wanted to try the pretty play. Oh, they pulled the goalie.
Extra attacker, 5-on-3 for 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Saskatchewan smells blood here, and if they can get on a power play, I'm probably going to say they're going to score. And that ball, well, that's got eyes towards the net. Adair's got to get on his horse. You know, Dad's going to love that one. Through center and no further. Down the floor, and that's icing again.
I think we would have been a little bit further ahead of him. He would have had to dive and knock that away, but that was a close play. That was probably about a good 1.5 feet away from going into the net. So
I play probably 3-4 shifts. I'm tired for 2 days. This young Adair kid, I don't think he's taken more than 2 or 3 shifts off today, and he's got tons of energy left. Wow, did he ever chase that ball down? And there's Ontario trying to score in the empty net. Icing is waved off. 1:30 left in this game, 5-3. Underwood trying to prevent the open net goal, and great defense again by Saskatchewan. Cordair sends it across. Good stick there to bring it out. There's a tripping call. Uh-oh. Here we go, Rob. Power play coming for Saskatchewan, and they've scored every one of their goals so far on the player advantage. This is exactly what the fans and their team, Mr. Steve Adair, has wanted.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Ontario player was doing, because he was sliding on the floor, and then he had his back to the player, and then Saskatchewan player, he basically, it was like a bowling ball. He got knocked over, and that's why he's sitting on in the sin bin.
Well, to use a bowling analogy, the Saskatchewan team looking for the strike here, the quick strike offense.
You could say
hopefully,
that.
their spare player on the floor for a 6-on-4 will give them an opportunity to knock them all down and tie this game up. Okay, I'm out of puns for today. I'm sorry. Dave Dawson, Rob Zidlow, ICU Video Productions. So glad you could join us today. Game number 19. I'm going to be with you for the next couple hours here. Coming up right after this, it's the Alberta Crude. We're going to be taking on the Manitoba Grasshoppers. A couple of winning teams so far in this tournament. Alberta Crude beat Ontario Storm 5-2 yesterday. Manitoba beat this team, Saskatchewan unit, 5-0.
Well, if Saskatchewan can score like they did in that I think that was their last power play within about 10-15 seconds, then this could turn into a barn burner here. So
get another power play, then it's tied at 5. Wouldn't that be something? 1:12 left. Coder off of the draw. Cross the floor for Barker. Zone is established. Adair. Big shot. Underwood off of a leg. Dixon. What a save by Con. Woo. Sprawls across the floor. Weathers the Saskatchewan Storm that time.
Well, you got to clap for that. Was a tremendous save. He just threw his whole body across there.
Threw everything at it.
Yep, and he, wow, that's all you can say.
McKay off of the draw. Underwood winds up. Shot. Safe rebound right there. No. Hans got it again.
Remember, this is a 6-on-4 because of the extra attacker too. So all you can do is Ontario is try to force the play to the outside, but it's kind of hard when you're down two players.
Draw to the right side of Kahn. 54 seconds left. Back to the point for Adair. Nervous moments here for Saskatchewan. They need one right now. Adair sends it back to McKay. Winds up off the leg. To Adair. Fakes it. One-timer. Underwood shot. Pad save. Again, looking low corners. Hoping for a deflection. 30 seconds left. Ontario trying to keep it at a 5-3 game. Saskatchewan looking for two, but one first. McKay to Adair. Shot. Blocker save. 17 seconds left. McKay to Adair. Waiting for it. To McKay. McKay. Shot. Blocked. 5 seconds left. Ontario is going to win this game. Adair to Underwood. Takes a shot. And the Chris rebound. Scores. Goal is waved off. No time on the clock anyway, regardless if it was 5-3 or 5-4. That is the final score. The end result is Ontario has won this game, improving to 1-1 in the tournament. Saskatchewan, in a fantastic effort this afternoon, will drop to 0-2. And Saskatchewan tomorrow morning will play their final contest against the Alberta Crude. Ontario will have a chance to play the Manitoba Grasshoppers, which could have a lot at stake. As Manitoba is done for the day today. No, pardon me. Manitoba will, yes, they'll play right after this, the Alberta Crude.
Well, I'll say that was a great ball hockey game. Ontario started great, and then Saskatchewan came back. Then Ontario went to get it again, and both teams played really well. And the Ontario goalie at the end there, he made 2 or 3 phenomenal saves. So it could have been easily a 5-4 game, and then who knows if they would have scored with about a minute and a half left. Yeah, just a great game.
2-0 lead, tied at 2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3.
So each coaching staff picks a player from each team as the player of the game. So that's what they're doing now.
Underwood is a prime candidate. I thought Brenner the first half. Maybe a few he wanted to have back in the second. Adair was up there. Player of the game for Ontario is going to be Nick Fazio. I thought Webster might have been my pick for that, but nonetheless, Fazio and Underwood, the 2 players of the game for Saskatchewan, Ontario. Thanks for watching today's game. Final score of 5-3 for the Ontario Storm. On behalf of my cameraman, Rob Zitlow, as well as a knuckle tap to Dave Foley, I'm Dave Dawson. Thank you for watching the IC Video Productions webcast on the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships here at the West End Soccer Centre in Edmonton. Stay tuned for the next contest coming up very, very shortly between the Alberta Crude and the Manitoba Grasshoppers, also from U-17. We will talk to you shortly.